and just making sure that we protected, those people that were returning to work and making sure that they're able to have their medical freedom. It's important that, that we continue to work together because, there'll continue to be more challenges. It's one of those things where we always have to be prepared. We need to have good resources and good partnerships. And I know that's what exists between, Texas Vaccine Choice and the Texas legislature.
Your organization has achieved a significant dent in vaccine mandates.
We didn't do the science. We didn't do the clinical trials. We didn't do the post-safety. But one thing we know it's rare.
Good morning. I'm Angie Lemons with Texans for Vaccine Choice, and I am here with Mr. David Cook, and I would like to let him tell you about what he is here for.
Great. Well, Angie, it's great to be with you this morning. And again, I'm David Cook, and I currently am state representative for House District 96, and also currently running for Senate District 22. And so House District 96 is in the Tarrant County area, southern part of Tarrant County, and the Senate District obviously is much larger. It covers 12 counties and ranges from Dallas-Fort Worth Airport down to Waco and out to Eastland County. So 12 counties total, about 1 million people in the district. So looking forward to, to representing those new constituents.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I just want to ask you a couple questions. Why do you believe that vaccine choice matters in Texas?
Well, I think, Texas Vaccine Choice really fills a void, where if this organization wasn't doing what it was doing, I think that there would be a lot of danger to our kids and to our future. And so I'm just really proud of the work that that the organization does. I've been proud to join with them in legislation, and it just gives me confidence that that this issue is taken care of, so to speak, because I know that y'all do the research and just are great partners with the legislators throughout the Texas legislature. And so I just want to say thank you for that. And as far as the benefits, I just think that like I said, the research that y'all do and that you bring to to the state reps and or state senators is very valuable, and it's very appreciated.
Well, very good. We are very glad to be here and to be able to support all the Texans in their choice about vaccines, because we do believe that medical liberty is important. And do you have any personal experience with how vaccine mandates in the past have affected Texans?
Yeah, I would say, the one that comes to mind the most probably is the COVID epidemic. I think that when COVID hit, obviously it was something new for all of us, and a lot of bad things came out of the COVID era. A few things came good, but for the most part, it was a lot of challenges, and the legislature obviously was charged with coming up with solutions, and so we had to look to to partners and look to experts, and Texans for Vaccine Choice really stepped up in a big way. And the one that I recall the most is is really just as we all recall, as people started going back to work and trying to get back to some normalcy, a lot of the people were met with challenges in returning to their jobs. And so I think that was one of the bills that that comes to mind, that we're Texans for Vaccine Choice. I remember working with you guys and just making sure that we protected those people that were returning to work and making sure that they're able to have their medical freedom. And so I think that it's important that that we continue to work together, because as we know, there'll continue to be more challenges. Hopefully nothing like COVID. It's coming down the pike. But but it's one of those things where we always have to be prepared, and we need to have good resources and good partnerships. And I know that's what exists between Texas Vaccine Choice and the Texas legislature. So I just feel I'm confident that when there's a problem that needs to be addressed, that we'll do it together.
Well, that's wonderful. And that you answered my follow-up question, which was why we should still keep working toward medical freedom, because we're not quite there yet. There are still mandates in place for healthcare workers, and we just believe, and I know you do too, that people should be free to make their own medical decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of the people that when I say y'all, I mean the organization, again in coordination with the legislature, but a lot of the people that y'all are helping are often on the front line. There are nurses and our firefighters and police officers and people like that, and so they need to be able to make those those decisions for themselves. And that's what I really strive to do, is make sure that we empower people so that they're able to make those decisions that they feel that are best for themselves and their family. And what we do together ensures that. So
right.
It's very rewarding. So thank you for what you do.
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being with us today,
course, yeah,
David.
yeah.
We appreciate you coming by, and we wish you every luck in the upcoming election.
Thank you very much. I look forward to continuing to work with you guys.
Okay.
Take care. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you for listening to the Shot Callers podcast. Please, if you found value in this content, rate us and share the podcast with a friend. It's a great way to get the message out and to empower everyone to make informed decisions. Until next time, never forget, we are the Shot Callers.